it's Mandy from Little People Nutrition. On today's episode of Little People Cooking, we're going to be making banana muffins. Yum! I love banana muffins. The best thing about this recipe and all Little People Cooking recipes and videos is that you are in charge of all your ingredients, all your spooning, all your mixing, all your prepping, and all your eating. Yummy! But before we get down to our stations, I want to make sure you've washed your hands. Tick. All right, let's go and have a look at what smallwares and ingredients we need to make our banana muffins today. But remember, if at any stage you need to pause the video, you can. You can rewind it and replay it to make sure you keep up with the steps in the recipe. Here we are down at our stations. Our equipment and smallwares on our own station is a bowl, a teaspoon, a tablespoon, and a fork. We've also got our patty case, which our ingredients will go into once we've mixed it to go in the oven. And you'll find that you have 3 slices of banana. 2 are to go in your bowl without the skin, and 1 is to go on top of the muffin. We'll put that in there. Back to our stations, what we're going to start with while we're waiting for our ingredients is to peel our bananas. I'm going to put 1 and I'm going to put 2 in my bowl. Then, look at that. Woohoo! Then I'm going to use my fork and I'm going to mash it. And I use the back of my fork to break it down. You've got to make sure you've got a ripe banana so it's nice and soft. And then, when one of the ingredients from the communal table comes around, you can scoop them in. Just break it up with the back of the fork. A little bit in there. And then when an ingredient comes around, here we have some flour. With the flour, I'm going to use my tablespoon and I'm going to get 3 tablespoons of flour. 1, 2, 3. And pass that flour on to your friend so they can get some. Have a feel of the flour. How does it feel? Does it feel smooth? Or is it rough? What color is it? Then we're going to get some sugar. With the sugar, we go onto our teaspoon and we're going to get 1 teaspoon of sugar. This is brown sugar. And have a feel of that. Oh, it's a bit sticky. Do you have brown sugar at home? Or do you have white sugar? Or do you have any sugar? Then we're going to get some milk. This here, what I've got, I'm going to use my tablespoon and I'm going to get 2 tablespoons of milk. 1, 2. Ooh, this milk here is oat milk. You can get milk from cow's milk or you could get milk from things like oats or almonds or soy beans or all different kinds of milks. We need some baking powder and some cinnamon. We only need a wee pinch of that. So a pinch of baking powder and a pinch of cinnamon. Cinnamon is a beautiful spice. You might have seen cinnamon sticks sometimes. Then we need to get our melted butter or oil. And we need to get 2 teaspoons of that. When you have butter in the fridge, is it liquid or is it solid? Why do you think it's like that? Here, I've melted this butter down so it's easier to be able to get into my bowl. You can use any of your utensils here to be able to mix it together. And all the ingredients are coming together into a yummy muffin batter. Now, don't worry if it's too liquidy or too dry. If that's the case, ask your teacher or friend and you might have to add a little bit more milk in there or a little bit more flour. Beautiful. I'm going to take my last little 3rd piece of banana out because that's going to go on top. And we're going to put it into our patty case. Who knows the song? Patty cake, bake me, make me a man. Make me a cake as fast as you can. Stir it and mix it and cook it for me. Put it in the oven for baby and me. Peel out my banana. and pop him on top. Then, when your teacher or adult is ready, you get the baking tray, put your muffin in there and write your name down on the list to know you're in first position and pop it in the oven. So, you let an adult get them out of the oven and put them on a baking tray to be able to cool down. Peel it back. Oh, doesn't she look a doozy? And make sure you give it a bite. Oh, yummo. Enjoy.